Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an FV304, it's the Tier 6 British SPG. This one's located on the north spawn of Widepark, and it's under the command of Moose. And he's got 3 marks of excellence on the barrel of his 4.5 inch howitzer, which is capable of doing 450 alpha and penetrating 28mm of armour. And it's got a burst radius of 2.2 meters with a reload time, a fairly quick reload of 10.5 seconds. When he's headed into the corner, it's one of the best firing positions on this map. You can either do it one end or the other, and there are a few other spots you can go to. Oh, he almost flipped there, but he's actually got a fairly good firing spot here, which actually protects him from the rubble. But he can't fire into the northeast corner. He can only fire into the, he can't fire into the to the southeast corner, not the northeast. He'd have to move over to get shots on the guys in that corner, and that's what he's doing right now. There is an enemy tank at that other end. I think it's a Cromwell. Now he's decided to move to the other entrance for here, and from here he's fairly arty safe, but he can hit this Sherman Jumbo. The M4A3E2, extra armour on the front. Tank that first went to the relief and first arrived in Bastogne during the Battle of the Bulge. Rounds out, right onto the engine deck, 181 hit points. Yeah, the Sherman Jumbo didn't like that, so I think that's why he started driving erratically to throw off any shells, but he did move forward predictably and took a round there right in the side for 136. And the armour's not that strong on the sides, but it is fairly strong at the front. He's going after the Valiant, who pulls back just in time to avoid that shell. But of course it's a very fast reload on this Arty, which makes it very, very good at hitting targets which are predictable and sitting in one spot. He also hit the Sherman Jumbo again. Blind shot this time because there was no explosion. He's going for the Valiant. If the Valiant stayed where he is... Oh, he didn't. He moved. Okay, we've got a Hellcat and another Valiant on this corner. The Hellcat will go up like a firework if he manages to land a shell into the cockpit, and he did land that one right on the Hellcat. Unfortunately, the shell didn't go into the cockpit, but it did take up 29% of his health when he fired that one in, and he's also picked up another 179. If he can get one more shot onto the Hellcat, he might be able to damage it, but he fires one at the Valiant instead and gets a direct hit on him. Going for the KV-1 is a one-shot. He's loaded, and unfortunately the KV-1's gone, but he's instead going for that Valiant that was sitting on the rise near the railway line. Fires one in and gets a direct hit from that one as well. Now the enemy is getting fairly close on the railway line over on the east side of the map, and that should concern Moose at the moment, but he's actually carrying on with his job, expediting what he can see directly in front of him. Rounds out on the Valiant, who moves forward and takes the round but didn't die. One more shot should be enough to finish him off. And the enemy just lost their Hellcat to our Leopard. Oh, and the Valiant survived by just moving forward a little bit. That was what Klaus Kellerman said. If you want to avoid getting hit at this level, then you just need to move a little bit each moment, and that throws off the shells. But you have to move enough to avoid any nearby miss taking out your target. Oh, didn't move enough this time. The Valiant is down. We've got another Valiant here. That's the other one he was firing at. He did get a blind shot on this before. And he's got another one now. And you can see one of the shells hit the turret. That probably was the blind shot earlier. He's going for another one on the turret. He fires it in. And yes, he gets it. 211. And you can see it was actually forward of the turret this time. And that probably knocked out his gunner. And maybe even his commander. And there he goes. He's dead. The other Valiant's on the move. But he just got whacked by the Leopard. Another magazine's worth. He's now aiming for the Valiant on the reverse side of the slope on the bridge. Or the embankment, you should say, actually. Going for the Valiant. This should be a kill shot if he gets it right. Yes, he does. Okay, the other Valiant is still hiding around the corner. It's a difficult shot on a reverse slope, but he should be able to get this right. The Burt is very accurate, 142. The Valiant slugging it out with a Thunderbolt. And next shot should kill. Oh, it didn't. It didn't hit him either. Okay, he's trying to get closer to that Thunderbolt. Either that or to get the embankment between him and the Thunderbolt. And he moves into shot. He did do critical damage, and unfortunately one of the enemy tanks, a Valiant, has actually made it into the back area now, so he's trying to avoid them, and he's moving erratically to throw off any shots that are fired in his direction, weaving from side to side to throw off their gun, make them work harder. Oh, now he drove in this area fairly quickly, fairly hard. But he was trying to avoid shots from the KV2 and the BDR on the enemy team. And now he's gone into this little corner, he can start shooting at them. Okay, there's the BDR. The KV2's a little further back. He's dialing in to make it accurate because he's got to get this shell over the top of the railway wagons and into the target. Well, it was over the wagons, but it didn't hit the target. In fact, he can't see the target, so he's switched to the KV2 instead because he can definitely see him. Rounds out in that turret. Oh, and the KV2 was just killed as the shell went in. The BDR goes down, and there's only 2 enemies remaining now. So, and they're at the other side of the battlefield. So, he's decided he's going to get closer, a lot closer. In fact, it looks to me like he's going to get in shotgun range of the enemy. Well, he's decided to shoot the M44 from just next to the bridge. Dialing in, rounds out. Will he get this one? Close, but no cigar. And he's still there. It looks like he was immobilized. Rounds out for the second shot, and that's a kill. That one did penetrate, and the M7's gone round to try and get at the Leopard. This is the last enemy. He fires around in, just misses as the M7 pulls back in time. But there's too many enemies around that M7. He's not going to last. And the Rudy gets the kill. So 4 kills for Moose. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's an ace tanker for Moose in the FV304. That's why he's got 3 marks on his barrel, because he can do things like this. He got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In this one he got 17. He got a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He did get 4. And he got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in that game overall. And let's have a look at team score. There you go, highest damage, 2,413 hit points of damage. The next high scorer was the KV2 on the enemy team, 1,923, and after that it was the KV2 on his own team with 1,885. When it came to kills, he shared it with the KV2, both had 4 kills each. 3 kills went to the enemy KV2, and when it came to base XP, it was in fact the Thunderbolt who did the best. He got 1,082 base, 915 went to the KV2, and 846 went to Moose with the FV304. He fired 28 rounds, got 14 direct hits and 1 penetration, which I suspect was the M44. Just check, yes it was the M44, that shell went straight through the armour. And 21 splash, damage of 2,413 hit points, all of it at more than 300 metres. He did receive a hit, it was a penetration, it was a shot from one of the Valiants that actually managed to get to the far end, or north end of the map, and shoot into him as he was shooting at the enemy near the bridge. He damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 4, and on a premium count he earned 25,617 credits, and after repair and ammunition resupply took away 30,729 credits. He received 846 XP, times 2 for the first victory, 635 for personal reserves, and took away 3,173 experience points altogether. So a very good battle for Moose in the FV304. Pure demonstration of why he's got 3 marks on the barrel of this Arty. It's a fun Arty to play. It used to be even better because it used to be a troll Arty that can actually come up alongside enemy heavies and keep firing into their sides until they expired, and they couldn't depress their gun to shoot him because he was just too low and too thin. He could literally run circles around the enemy. Unfortunately, Wargaming decided to counter that by making Burt one of the fattest kids on the block. Looks like he's been overeating, he's a bit obese, and he's more difficult to maneuver, but he's still got that 4.5-inch howitzer, which provides quite a big punch. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, please. And thanks for watching.